Hillsdale College in central Michigan is rich in history. Students and faculty alike are immensely proud of the impact the school has had since its founding in 1844.
One of the things I love about Hillsdale is its history. It really differentiates it from other colleges. For example, we've had a lot of famous leaders come by and visit, whether it's Frederick Douglass or more recently Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan, which makes sense certainly because of our history. We have, I believe it's the second largest amount of students that volunteered for the Union during the Civil War. I think is very special, and not a lot of colleges can say that.
But these same stories that mean so much to Hillsdale hide other pieces of history. Another story of heroism and bravery is hinted at only on an often forgotten piece of Hillsdale's history. Among the school's many symbols, the crest, the H, Central Hall, and even Charlie the Charger, many don't know that Hillsdale has a coat of arms.
The coat of arms, I think I've only seen it used at Student Fed. I don't even go there, I've just heard. But I really haven't seen it used anywhere else.
Each detail on the coat of arms is symbolic and connects deeply to a piece of Hillsdale's history, including a little seashell that seems out of place for a school nowhere near a beach. The shell on the coat of arms remembers Captain Charles Vernon Gridley. A Hillsdale student in the 1860s, Gridley joined the U.S. Navy during the last year of the Civil War. He first engaged in serious combat just after joining in the Battle of Mobile Bay in August 1864. On his ship, the USS Oneida, 8 men were killed and 30 were wounded, but despite the shell that landed near him, Gridley escaped unscathed. His commanding officer wrote, "The conduct of acting ensign C.V. Gridley is beyond all praise." Gridley would not experience another significant battle for nearly 34 years. In the time between these conflicts, Gridley rose quickly through the ranks of the Navy following the Civil War. Following his promotion to lieutenant commander, Gridley served for 3 years on the USS Kearsarge in the South Pacific, and then took a unique position on the USS Michigan, the only U.S. Navy vessel serving on the Great Lakes at the time. The USS Michigan operated out of Erie, Pennsylvania, and the cold winters gave Gridley the opportunity to engage with society. It was there that he met Ellie Vincent, and the two were married on May 10, 1872. From then on, Gridley and his family, which by 1880 included 2 daughters and a son, considered Erie their home. In 1882, Gridley was promoted to commander, and then in March 1897, Gridley was finally promoted to captain. On June 10th, he was ordered to take command of the USS Olympia. He appears to have been well liked and respected by the ship's crew. As tensions between the Spanish and Americans worsened, the Navy prepared for war, including the Olympia. However, during this time, Gridley began suffering from dysentery and an unknown liver condition. While the commander of the Asiatic Squadron, Commodore George Dewey, encouraged him to step down, Gridley was determined to stand fight. On May 1, 1898, Gridley got his chance. The ships of the Asiatic Squadron, with his Olympia in the lead as the flagship, entered Manila Bay. At 5:21 a.m., Commodore Dewey issued his soon-to-be famous command, "You may fire when ready, Gridley," and the battle commenced. During the battle, Gridley tirelessly commanded the Olympia, directing the ship's fire and controlling its actions from inside the excruciatingly hot, armored conning tower. Within a few hours, the Battle of Manila Bay was over, and the Spanish fleet was defeated. However, by the end of the battle, Captain Gridley was not able to join in the victory celebrations. The stress and heat had taken their toll on the already sick man. On May 25th, Gridley left the Olympia, homeward bound. However, he knew his condition was grave, and wrote on the 27th, "I think I am done for it, personally." Sadly, he was right. Gridley never returned to the United States. He passed away in Kobe, Japan on June 5th, 1898. The Olympia's newspaper wrote,
"It is with indescribable sorrow and regret that we hear of the untimely death of our beloved captain, Charles V. Gridley. The news of his death came like a thunderbolt, filling our hearts with grief and pain. We respectfully extend our sincere sympathy to his relatives and friends."
It is stories like Charles V. Gridley that shape Hillsdale College. Their effects, even when pieces of the story have been lost to time or to the collective memory, have an impact on the people at the college.
I think it's really cool learning all of the little hidden details about our history. It's kind of like opening up little presents or finding nooks and crannies in your own house, I don't know how to word it fully, but it's a comfort to know that there is such a rich history where I get to live and learn.
Gridley's story, and the many like it, should not be forgotten.